Hey there, welcome to episode 67 of Let's Play Rome Total War as the Seleucid Empire, and we just took the Thracian capital again, this city right here, and it was ended by both generals stabbing the last phalanx pikeman to death in the middle of the town square, so that was a fairly poignant moment. So now what we're doing is we're building them a new army. We're building both these generals a new phalanx pikeman army, whereas they had levy pikemen before, so it'll be a much better army. And over here we've got another guy here, Demetrius the infantryman, who is sieging this Camp Lazyguess right here. And he actually has a half decent army to be able to do this with. And there's very little in the way of defenders here, really. Basically in comparison with this, where we had a full stack army that we beat with a much, much worse army than this guy has. So, we're all happy up here. We're also being sieged down here in Segestica by a pre-Marian Roman army by the looks of it. But there's no way that Segestica is going to be saved in any fashion. So, I'm not quite sure what to do about that. In fact, I may just destroy a whole bunch of the stuff here, because we're not going to take that back for a little while yet. No, I'm not going to bother. Basically, these islands here, especially this one, when you start and you have control of this, I think has Spain? I think it's either Spain or Carthage. Actually, I think it might be Carthage. Basically, the Scipii Romans will come over and take these over straight away. Now, the way to stop them being so sudden in coming and taking these is you just destroy everything inside the town. The only thing that you leave is the governor's villa, because you can't destroy that, it won't let you. But if you destroy everything else, it has little to no value to the Romans, so they think, do we really want to take it? And usually they decide no. So that's a good strategy to keep those island nations when you can't really afford to buy any defences for them. So we're just going to kill off some of these ships here, just get a bit more experience, like so. There we go, they're dead. And let's go and blockade Rome again. They still own all of Lower Italy, which is frankly amazing. So, right, we've finished retraining right here. Now I'm going to put that right there. Actually, no, we haven't. We've got one more guy to retrain. Alright, well, we've got one turn left to go. So, in fact, that's this guy right here. So I'm guessing he is getting... he's going to get some silver weapon defense upgrades. We can't get anything better than that right now, so that's fine. Okay, we'll turn the tax rate up though, because we can. Adjust. And yeah, he's got a full army right here, and they're frankly amazing. Just a shame that he's not up to the task, but oh well. So, I think what we'll do with this army is we'll first take Arretium, and then we could either move south and take these cities back from the Romans, from the Roman Senate, or we could move upwards and try and wipe out everything except for the Roman Senate and just leave the Senate as the last enemy. Actually, I think that's what we'll do. We'll leave the Senate with control of these four, and we'll just wipe out the rest of the Romans, and then we'll see what kind of army the Senate will raise against us. Because I have never had this situation where the Senate has so much power. So this is going to be interesting. I'm interested to see how this is going to end up. So I'm also going to start building peasants here, because we need peasants. But we're retraining that guy. We'll have a unit of peasants next time to take control of the city while we move out, and that will be good. So what we're going to do now is we're going to siege Camp Lazyguess. And we have a 4-to-1 strength advantage. We have 1,640 men against 391, and this guy will die when he loses. And this will also be the last of the Thracian faction. This is their last city, or province, or area of control. So once this battle is over and we are victorious, we will have completely wiped out the Thracian faction, which I really didn't want to do, but...
Now lads, time to be about our business. Pull your armor on, shoulder your shields, and mark all commands. Our foes are gathered.
They are indeed. Right. So yeah, we have battering rams. I think going in over here is the best way because we don't get shot by that tower. And they're all going to be like sitting at the top of this hill, I imagine. So what we're going to do, we're going to have these peasants are going to push the battering ram for us. We're going to put them in loose formation. Are we not going to put them in loose formation? Yeah, we are going to put them in loose formation. Because these guys have all got rams and they're in the way. So there we go. Right, so that's going to go take out that wall there. Now then, archers. I want the archers in loose formation and here. There we go, like so, pretty much. Right there, okay. Now the levy pikemen are going to be the first troops in. We'll take them out of phalanx formation and we'll put them into square. Put them there. And these two pike phalanxes are going to go behind them. They're going to be the reserve troop, which we shouldn't need, but we may. Put the general here. 2 units of Bastani mercenaries. We'll put them over on the flank as well. I don't want to use them unless necessary. Heavy cav will go over here. And these two, they can go up here as a sort of a leading force. So, let's start the battle and go straight in to attack here. Now, what have they got? So they've got some folksmen, archers, peltasts, great cav, general stuff. I could have sworn they had more than that. They've got a unit of phalanx pikemen up there. I could have sworn there was more than that, but okay. That's fine. We're going to move these guys forward, making sure to keep them out of range of their towers. We're going to run them forward and start shooting. That's the plan. We'll also move the phalanxes forward and these mercenaries as well. I'm going to leave the rest behind for now because I don't think we'll actually need it. Right, we've got 1 unit of archers who are in range. In fact, let's move them further forward because I think we could have a lot more shooting here. Right, we're actually shooting their archers there, which is a good thing, I suppose. Right. And they're still idle, so they're not actually shooting. And it looks like they're coming out. No, they're not coming out. Right, okay, fine. Right, so we're now shooting their archers, which is good.
Now they must batter a way through.
So they're actually moving their archers out of missile range, which is interesting. Considering they're archers, they should be attacking with them. But no, they're just going to let me shoot them as they try and run away. Fruitlessly, obviously. So really they want us to come through the gates, but they're going to make us actually knock down the wall in order to do that. It's going to take a while to do it though, so what we're going to do is we're going to keep pushing forward with these archers. And we're going to try and kill as many as humanly possible. Now then, I'm also going to bring these guys right up to the front here, because they'll be going straight through the walls as soon as they come down. The phalanx are going to go behind the archers there. And the archers actually aren't in range of anything. These guys are too close to the wall for us to shoot with the archers. So they're going to stay there. Hold on, was that a guy with a... It was. A guy with a curved headdress. It's actually a really cool looking helmet. I like that. I wouldn't mind having one of those myself. But back here we've got the bulk of their army. What's left of it. Some 4 Greek cav. We've got just over half a unit of archers. General's bodyguard right here, who are really the only serious threat. An upgraded unit of folksmen, who actually aren't bad looking. Militia cav and some militia hoplites in their town square though. They have a single unit of phalanx pikemen, and they look to be a complete unit. They're a good square, so I think that's a complete unit. I mean, over here these archers have come to try and fight again, but instead they've just been completely massacred. Because they're not stopping to fire, they're just literally getting shot. And yeah, they're not going to last long like that. Especially against massed archers. Okay, so the walls are down, and these guys are going to throw their javelins in at these folksmen. And there's going to be archers firing at them too. So yeah, they've been just massacred right there. There's only 2 of them left now. And these guys can actually throw their javelins over the wall, because they have a short enough range that they can arc their javelins over. These guys are now dead, which is good. Now let's bring these guys inside. They haven't actually used all that many javelins, so we're going to run them in, and they're going to be able to throw more javelins once they get a good target. So really what we want to do now, ideally we'd like to capture this tower, but we can't, because towers of this level aren't possible to be captured. So what we're going to do is we're going to run these guys forward. They're being attacked by someone, probably those militia cav over there, or possibly archers. Oh yeah, those archers are still alive. Okay, so we've now captured the enemy walls.
The walls are taken.
So we're going to bring these guys up here, and we're going to start marching the phalanx through the door. And of course these towers can't shoot behind them, so they're perfectly safe where they are. And they're skirmishing from these phalanx pikemen right here. But they're now dead, so don't need to worry about skirmishing from them anymore. Turn off skirmish mode, turn on guard mode, run up here and protect against these militia cav and militia hoplites, and archers too. So they're going to charge actually, which is an interesting move for militia cavalry. And it's going to end poorly for them, because as you can see they're routing. Now then, I'm also going to bring the archers in. We're going to put them somewhere around here. Somewhere. For some reason it's not letting me. Oh, they're on loose formation, that's why. We'll take them off loose formation, and then we will place them round about there. We'll regroup them there. And these guys are throwing their javelins at the backs of these militia hoplites, who should be momentarily dead. There's one guy left. Okay, that's fine. Right, we're going to move these guys forward, because we want to bring in the phalanx, and we want them in front of the archers. So put them there. And really we're not going to need anything other than archers and hoplites and these Illyrian mercenaries to win this battle. So this is good. This is working out very much in my favour, and being a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. So that's excellent. Of course, I still have their general there, so I shouldn't count my chickens, but I'm fairly sure with this reserve force we've got more than enough power to take care of them as and when necessary. So there's still some peltasts over there, but there's only 5 of them, so I'm not worried about that. I'm going to go triple speed until we get our guys into position here. They're coming down the hill here, these militia cavalry, and they got killed. And they're going to get some javelins in their back for their trouble. Here they go, 5 of them left. See if we cut down any with the javelins. We didn't. That's a shame, but never mind. Or did we? Yeah, no, there's still 5 left. Alright, so most of our troops are now inside. The archers are just filing through the gateway now. They came in by their 2s. So what we're going to do is I'm going to send these guys up here like this, and then we'll have the phalanx will go across here, right there, and they're all still fresh, and so my Illyrian mercenaries, actually they're all fresh, which is excellent. There's militia cav over there. The only thing that's going to be a slight concern doing this is this general's bodyguard right here, but I don't think they're going to give me any trouble. I'm going to run these guys into position. They've still got javelins left, so when they get the opportunity they will use them. There's only 5 of these militia cav left, so even if they do charge my archers it really doesn't matter. There we go, there's only 1 left now. He's going to be dead very shortly. Wouldn't surprise me if that peltast died as well now, but no, apparently not. Okay, I'm going to have these guys. They're going to go over here and protect this area here. Let's run them over here. That one guy is now dead, and there's their general. Now then, archers. I'm going to have the archers move up here as well. We're going to put them right there. There's that one militia cav. He's now dead. Right, let's run these guys into position now. We're so close I don't really want their general to come over and go, actually I don't want you to set up. So we're going to get into position here quickly, and now we're going to expand the lines. remove any gaps from the phalanx, and deploy the phalanx. And actually these guys have, if I remember rightly, yeah, half decent sized shields. They're slightly larger than the phalanx pikemen's shields. There's a charge from the general's bodyguard, which I assumed was coming, but they're not as strong as they could be, and they apparently are going to lose this fight, which I'm not overly surprised about, to be honest. I'm going to I was going to say I'm going to turn off skirmish mode for the archers, but it's already off. And these levy pikemen are winning this fight against their general, which is good. We want to push them back to the capital. The balance is now even, apparently. Let's have them stop. Get the pikes back out. There we go.
This is no way for
The enemy general is fleeing.
But in battle, it is beyond belief.
And these guys are really not in the correct position. That's okay. We can fix that. Stop. They're going to get charged again. It's a very weak charge, that one. It's sort of half-hearted. And there's only 5 of them left, so they're really not going to do much damage at all. Suicide charge by their general right there.
Fear makes a home in our enemies' hearts.
And here's their phalanx pikemen, who are getting shot by our archers already. I'm going to bring these guys in as well. Why not? Give them a bit of the action. These phalanx pikemen could do a fair bit of damage if they actually get close without taking a few more casualties. They started with like 120 guys, they're now down to 60 something.
The enemy army is in flight. Pursue them.
I'm just going to end this. There's no point in destroying them.
Surely they work, not that of mortals like us.
So, this is the end of the Thracian Empire. I didn't want to destroy them, but they forced me. I had no option but to attack them, and once I start attacking you, that's going to be the end, I'm afraid. So, goodbye to Thrace, and on with the war.
Victory and honor! Settlement captured!
And we're going to enslave that population. Thrace has been destroyed. Good night, sweet prince. And where are we? Right. Sacred Grove of someone goes bye-bye. And we're going to build Shrine to Hephaestus. Now then, let's retrain these guys. Oh, it looks like we can give the Bastani a weapon increase. And let's fix the walls. I'm just going to wait there. Now, this guy will become a rebel family member, and he'll just stay there forever now, which is fine. He can do that. I'm not too bothered. So, over here we're building an army. We've got a lot of war leaders around here, frankly. In fact, I should send these guys. I'm going to send these guys down here, and we're going to retrain them over here. So we'll retrain them. In fact, that unit there didn't even need to be retrained, but that's okay. So we're now retraining levy pikemen. We can't actually build phalanx pikemen here, which is a good reason why. Maybe we should build more levy pikemen here and use that for these guys' army. Or maybe not. In fact, we've got 4 generals here. This guy is not really a good general. He's got an aged retainer, +1 management, so he's a manager, really. And he's 25. I don't really want to drag him around if he's not that good. This guy's 28, and he's actually got some good skills. And he actually, if we select him, he actually looks like a Carthaginian with those white shoulder pads. Yeah, he's going to stay somewhere around here. In fact, I'm going to send him to over here, and he's going to be the general for this area. Now, this is the leader, or rather the faction heir, I think. Yeah. So I think what we're going to do. This guy's got a lot of stuff. What's he got? Not a lot. And this guy could be a really good general. So I think what we're going to do is we'll take all the good skills from this guy if he's got any. He doesn't. And from this one, +1 command, yeah, we'll give that to him. No, he's already got that one. Eastern armies, no, we don't need that. Population growths, yeah, we'll put that on him. +1 influence and decreased cost to bribe, yeah, you can have that, I don't care. Orator, +1 command, +1 influence. Okay, so this one I'm going to give to him as well. So he's now only got 5 command stars, but he's got 4, and he's a lot younger and more experienced. So I'm going to send him up to Camp Lazyguess over here and have a look at this guy. He's only got 5 command stars, and he's the faction heir. Now then, shield bearer, +1 to, yeah, okay, I'm going to start moving over any, yeah, Romans, we'll have that. +1 command. Yeah, that's fine. He can keep hold of slave trader, drill master, and decorated hero. Cheaper discounted training cost. No, we don't care about that. +25 to movement points. Yeah, we'll give that to him as well. Okay, so this guy has now got more command than that guy, and he's younger. So actually, we're going to go ahead and find him. Where is he? Abreas Balas. Where is he? Where is he? Have I gone past him? Probably. No, there he is. There's Abreas Balas. And he's son of Abantes the Conqueror, who married into this family and has made a huge impact. So he's now going to be the faction heir. He's 28, and he will make a good leader. This guy here, however, his brother, is nowhere near good enough to do anything, frankly. Thingy the engineer there is only 40, but whatever, he's not good enough. Ah, where's he? Oh, he's on roads. Okay, fair enough. In fact, we haven't checked for new archers in a while. No, it's just Thracian mercenaries. Okay, fine. Right, retinues expanded. We can get rid of all of those because we know what they are. So now, our new faction heir over here is Abreas Balas. He has less experience than this guy. This guy has a lot of experience. He's a very good general, but he doesn't have well, the age basically of this guy here. Wrong-headed. What does that do? +2 to public security and +2 to unrest. So yeah, he's better in the field. And he's a poor farmer. So yeah, he's basically really good for being in the field and really bad for being in management positions. So, are there any of these I don't want him to have? Probably not. +1 influence I don't particularly care about. Can I give that away? I can, because influence just doesn't matter unless you're Roman. Roman turncoat, I do want that. I do want that. In fact, I should go and just have Abreas Balas switch with the guy in Arretium, because this guy, he's going to be half decent, but he's never going to be amazing. Abreas Balas could be amazing given the right support. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to take a ship around Rome, and we're going to take him across from here, and he's going to jump across here and then run into Arretium. Either that, or we're going to go and take Arminium, and then he will catch them up there. Retinue expands, I don't care. Right. So yeah, I think actually we'll go and try and take Arminium after this guy is retrained, and then we will have this guy catch up. And then, should I have this guy go over and stick with Demetrius? That might not be a bad plan. In fact, I think if we just merge these two armies, that would be good. This guy is definitely going to be he's going to stay there being a manager. This guy, yeah, he's a good commander, but he's also quite old now. So I think we're going to have these two guys go off and actually maybe fight the Germans with these. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Actually, no, it doesn't, because we've got these Romans right here. Now we'll have these guys fight off the Romans on this flank and secure this area, and we'll have Abreas Balas come and take over the army in the central central Italy, and that will be good. So, what do we do next? We can't do anything there. Down here, yeah, we've got some battles to do here. Let's go and attack that guy, and we'll attack him, and then we've got a choice. And I think we should probably go and take out Captain Nero right here. We've got a 4-to-1 strength advantage, and he has 568 men. We have 1722. So, let's go ahead and press on with this battle, shall we? Okay, so Captain Nero. I think this guy has a lot of triarii, was it? Possibly? We'll see, I suppose. I've forgotten what his army was already.
How many of us who look upon this dawn will live to see the night? I tell you, the sons of Greece will see the dusk and will be triumphant!
Yep, without a shadow of a doubt. So, let's set these guys up, not this unit right here. Right, so if we've got a hill right there which they're going to be camped on. So I'm going to deploy over here, like this sort of. There we go. There we go. Archers will deploy right behind them, as per usual. Standard army setup for me. Have these guys as sort of flanking force, and we'll have them over there. General in the middle. Start battle, and there they are around the hill, as I thought they would be. So let's rotate this way. And go over here, rotate a bit more. There we go. Right. So they are going to march up this hill and try and hold it. We've got Triarii, we've got Hastati, more Stati, Principes, and Triarii. Is that the general? No. And we have at the back here unit of Principes, and that is the general right there. So you got a bald spot. No, it just looked like he had a bald spot. Right, okay. So, where are we going? Yeah, that's miles away. Let's go... Okay, no. Here. There we go. Archers right behind. Oh, not that far behind. Actually, probably I should have them a little bit further behind. Right. You over there. You over there. General in the middle. There we go. Right. Triple speed. Because they're going to take forever to get there. So, up the hill we march. And they're repositioning slightly. It wouldn't surprise me if they try to run all the way away. Yeah, we're still out of archery range, which is fine. I was expecting that. Okay, right, now put the phalanx line right here. Archers, why are they so far away from where the edge of the thing is? Whatever, put them there. In fact, let's redo the group again. There we go, that'll do. Group them there. Now then, you just go down to the edge there. Why are they coming towards me? That seems counterintuitive. Let's run these guys into position. So they are going to get peeler throws at us, I expect. They're probably winding up for peeler throw right now. Oh, no, they're not. We're still just out of range. Okay, fair enough. Now we're in position. Let's put down the phalanx. We'll hold position right here, because the archers will easily be in range from here. Here we go. The first volley does next to no damage to their triarii at all.
They're attacking us!
But they will crack, especially once you get concentrated fire on them, because these big shields really are good for protecting against arrows, but not when they rotate like that. We're also shooting uphill slightly, but because we've got a fair bit of distance between us, we're actually shooting up over our own guys fairly effectively, which is good. But yeah, we're not going to do a huge amount of damage against these guys, but because we've got so much ammunition and they're not moving, we're just going to be able to shoot at them for as long as we want to, really. And I could go around and start throwing spears from behind of my Numidian mercenaries, but I don't really want to do that. There's not really a need to. We're doing perfectly well just shooting these guys from the front. Like these Hastati over here, yeah, they've taken a fair amount of damage. The Principes, not so much, but let's bring in these mercenaries. They're too far away. We'll just walk them in, there's no point running. We're not in any rush. And we don't want to upset their formation. We just want to leave it exactly where it is, where they're not throwing Pila at us and they're not charging at us, they're just letting us shoot them. We're perfectly happy with this situation. And these Triarii aren't losing men quickly, but they are the most elite troops here. The Principes over here, these guys haven't lost anyone, but I don't think they're actually being shot at. These guys here are being shot at, and they're also in defensive stance. These Hastati, however, aren't. Well, they were, or weren't rather. Yeah, they're catching arrows out of the air there with their shields, but there's only so much they can do against the combined arrow fire of 8 units of archers. And if I was doing this online, I would of course be attacking with my phalanxes right now, and flanking with my archers. But against the AI, there's no real need for that kind of tactic. There we go. Triarii are now fleeing, and they're going to get cut down easily. And any that don't get cut down, I will chase down with my mercenaries. But I don't know what they're doing now. I think they're leaving those guys alone. The mercenaries are throwing their javelins at them. I don't want them to do that. Just charge them. Take them out in melee combat, because that won't do any damage. Right, actually I'm going to move the general over here. Now what are they doing up here? I think they're just reforming. Not quite sure what they're up to. Let's have the general take these guys out. Oh, they're actually trying to flank us up here, which is dumb, frankly. You just don't have enough men to do it. So, I want the general to take out all these guys, because he needs the experience. And they are actually going to try to flank me. Why? It seems dumb. Mainly because it is dumb. Okay. That's fine. We will come around and just destroy you from the wings. I'm not bothered by that. Stop. Put the phalanx down. You run over here. General is done. Go kill those guys. Right, they're running away over here. Let's bring these guys back. There goes the enemy general.
Running away. This is no way for a leader to behave, but in battle it is beyond belief.
And this unit down here is losing men fairly rapidly, but that's okay. I'm not worried about that. We'll have a phalanx coming down here. Oh, continue the battle. General.
The enemy's hearts are full of fear, and now they flee.
We're just grabbing the general and these mercenaries as much experience as possible. Excuse me there, I had to sneeze. We just had a friendly casualty with the Numidian mercenaries, but it's okay. Not a huge problem. And my microphone was rattling again, which is lovely. Right, archers, stop firing. Stop. Right, we've cut down their general. And we're going to finish off the rest of their army as well. Here's our general, cutting down what's left of those guys. And we'll see if we can get them down here to kill off some of these Triarii as well. But I don't think they'll be able to. No.
Victory, worthy of Greek soldiers.
We killed every single man. They had no one remaining. And we didn't lose too many. Yeah, they killed 19. We probably lost a few from friendly fire. We recovered 16 guys out of, what's that, 30, 40 something. So we lost a few, but not too many, and that's a good thing. So Numidian mercenaries lost one guy, and I really don't care about that at all. They're literally just there as a screening force, perhaps to chase down routing units. That's about all they're for. So again, another successful battle right there. Another good battle and win for the faction leader. And unfortunately I can't change my faction leader because right now I would. But oh well, never mind. What does he get for that faction leader anyway? Yeah, +1 to command, +3 to personal security, and don't care about influence. So, what can we retrain? Oh, that unit that had like 20 guys in was just destroyed outright. Okay, fair enough. Whatever. So we could get some more mercenaries here, but it's not really worth it. And we're going to go and put pressure on a Captain Augustus up here. So we completely destroyed that army in its entirety. I'm just going to... Oh, Thieves is unhappy. I was going to say I'm just going to go check, see if there's anywhere that's unhappy, and there is. Just have all of those and retrain these peasants. They're still unhappy. We'll turn down the tax rate. Unfortunately, I didn't really want to do that, but we had to. So, list scroll. Settlements. Is there anywhere that's unhappy? Nope, everywhere is good. Excellent. Right then, we have 78 faction members. That's ridiculous. We've also won 335 battles, most of which you've seen. A lot of them, I imagine, will be at sea. We've lost 15, which isn't too bad. And we have over 500,000, so we don't need to worry about money. And we're only at war with the Romans. So what's left? The Romans, all of the Roman factions are still alive, if only barely in the case of the Brutii. Britannia, Dacia, and Spain. So it's the Romans, the Britons, the Dacians, and the Spanish. Now the Spanish are probably doing quite well, because I expect they probably still have control of all of Spain. And that's actually really good going for them. They usually get wiped out by either the Gauls or the Britons or the Julii. And sometimes Carthage as well comes over and takes over Spain. So the fact they've been able to hold on to it is actually really encouraging. So, we're still retraining here. Up here we're still retraining. And we just had the battle in the south. That's pretty much all we can do then. Thessalonica we have control of. A new family member. He's 21 and he's not really much of a threat. He has an army with him, but again, not much of a threat of an army. Let's see. Let's build a whole bunch of peasants here and turn down the tax rate, because I'm about to leave with the army, with the exception of the peasants. That's fine, it's perfectly under control. Good. Right, let's actually they're actually not in a bad setup. I would rather have the archers at the end, so I will. Let's attack this guy. So we've got a 10-7 strength advantage. We outnumber him massively. We outnumber him like 4-1, but the strength is only, well, apparently he's got much stronger units than we do, mainly because he's got heavy cavalry, I suppose. So yeah, this man knows how to shout orders, but they are often neither timely nor relevant. So basically, he's an awful commander. But he's in my way, so we're gonna have to go take care of him. And he only has what's that, 260 something men. So we should easily be able to surround him if we choose to. He's got a huge hill though, so that's not going to be great for me.
And remember that you are the sons of great soldiers.
Because this guy would rather have our dads fighting here. Yeah, they're going to be up top of this hill right here, which is massive, and is going to be very difficult to deal with. Alright, let's have these guys go like this. There we go. Archers, we'll put them behind, and the Romans shouldn't have any archers, so we should be alright. Start battle. There they are. They're not actually at the top of this area here, so we're going to march up this hill quickly. We're not going to run, but we are going to march. Okay, so he's got... I'm not even sure what they are. Are they legionary? I think they're... No, they're not Praetorian. I think these are legionary cavalry, who are really good cavalry. They're pretty top-notch. They're not quite as good as Praetorians, but yeah, very strong cavalry. And this is the general, armoured general. Over here we have got legionary cohorts. They're not legionary first cohort, but they are legionary cohorts. And these are they're not triarii, are they? I think yeah, they are triarii. Alright, triarii, early legionary cohort right there. And let's see, can we see what this is yet? I think these are legionary cavalry. Pretty convinced that they're legionary cavalry. They're actually going to let... Yeah, they're legionary cavalry. They're going to let us have the top of the hill here. So this is actually the most advanced cavalry we've seen so far. And they really are very strong if you allow them to attack you. If they can get in a rear charge, they will break my phalanx units. So, got to worry about them. Triarii I'm not bothered about, and the early legionaries, they are respectable, but I'm not worried about them. We also got the Roman general there, who I'm slightly concerned about, but not too much. So, in fact, I'm going to go up here and sort of take... I'll take that forested area, and we'll keep the archers behind there. And that'll be a good place to take, because they're just going to let us go up there by the looks of it. Or are they? No, it looks like they've changed their minds. They don't actually want us to take the high ground. Not surprisingly. Oh, no. They've decided against that. They're backing up now. Yeah, so early legionary cohort. I don't know why they're building early legionaries when they could build urbans, or praetorians, or even legionaries. They could easily build legionary cohorts. Oh, they're leaving the battlefield. They're running from me. He's taking his toys and he's going home. There he goes. Running off the battlefield. Being a cowardly bastard. There he goes, there's the edge of the map. And straight off it he runs. And there's no way I'm going to be able to catch those guys at all. Even if I tried, I wouldn't be able to catch them. So let's go triple game speed and wait for them to leave the battlefield, which shouldn't take too long, but because they're running, there's no way I could have caught them because I don't have any cavalry. Narrowly won the battle? I don't think so. I would say that was fairly convincing, considering they ran away from me. And I'm fairly certain I would have won that if we had engaged. That's why they ran away.
Victory! Praise Ares!
But that was probably a wise move on his part. But anyway, we're going to move down this way. And I don't know where the hell his army went. Where did he go? He just disappeared somewhere. I have no clue where he went. He could have gone up here by Bilazora, but frankly I should still be able to see him. Don't know where he went. He could have gone down here. Ah, yeah, there he went. He ran away with his legionary cavalry. In fact, let's look at stats on the legionary cavalry. 23 defense and 9 attack. That's pretty good. And they have good stamina, good morale, and can form a wedge. Well, the wedge is pretty useless, but other than that, early legionary cohorts, as you can see, pretty good. Not wonderful, but still pretty good. They can form testudo, and they still have missile attack, which is 14, which actually is not bad at all. But they only have 2 pila, possibly 3 if you use them in the correct way. And triarii, who we really don't care about. And those ballistas and onagers are already on that ship there, so I don't know what he's planning on doing by doing that. Maybe he's going to come and try and take Thessalonica, but that's fine. We'll just take Byzantium and come back for it, because yeah, it looks like they really do want to hold on to this area over here. But that's okay. We're going to go and siege Byzantium, which has next to nothing in it. By the time we get there, it could have 3 or 4 units there, but largely not a threat. I really should start doing something with these Rhodian slingers. But, oh well, they're only 200 upkeep, so I can keep these guys as long as I really want, and they can also fire off the walls of roads. So actually, building the walls will actually be advantageous to me. I don't need anything else there, so that's fine. Right. Now then, these guys are still retraining. We are retraining up here. We've done the battle down here, and we've done the battle over here. So, it's time to end turn. Oh, that guy hasn't reached Arsacia yet. We'll do that next time. Or next turn, rather. Right, what does Dacia want? Nothing, apparently. That's fine. Okay.
My lord,
We still got Plague. Right, this guy is going to Arsacia.
move out.
He'll reach it next turn. Let's retrain all these peasants. Or at least some of them. And we'll have crop rotation. I actually want that done next because it'll give me more money. End of turn reports. We made a very small profit, but a profit is a profit. Right. Atalos still has the plague. Oh no, Atalos is dead. Looks like Atalos has been killed. He would be near the bottom somewhere. Yep, there we go. Atalos died in battle. He didn't die in battle. He died of the plague. Alright, fair enough. He battled with the plague and died. Right, a Talos family member was killed by the plague. So he came of age, immediately got the plague, and died straight away. It's a shame, but never mind. We got a new guy come of age. He... where is he? Oh, he's outside Halicarnassus. It's Mars 1... okay, so this guy actually... he could be a really good attacker. He could be a good defender. A good war leader. +2 command when ambushing. +1 to line of sight, which is excellent. And +1 command. He's 16. So yeah, he could actually be a half decent warrior. Is it worth bringing him across? There's a long way for him to go. I don't really think so, to be honest. And Sardis needs a leader, so
Yes,
no.
move out.
His calling is going to be being leader of Sardis, not leading an army in the war. Okay, construction reports, don't care. Recruitment reports, don't care. Ceasefire between Britannia and the Senate Romans, which is not surprising. Mainly because the Senate Romans have got enough on their plates. It would not surprise me if this Senate army is going to come up and attack Arretium as soon as we leave.
My lord,
Okay, so this army is now completely ready to leave, so we're going to
my lord,
siege Arretium. We're going to put down some sap points. Right, we're not going to have any of those, so we're just going to have sap points. Fair enough. Put
yes,
that...
Stratigos.
No, I did not want to do that. We can't run away. Oh, we've been successfully ambushed. That explains it. Auto-resolve, we're going to lose easily. But it made them run backwards into Arretium, so, you know, that kind of worked out, I suppose. Right. So yeah, we got ambushed right there. Can we... no, we can't move back either. So, we're just going to have to keep up the siege of Arminium and hope that draws them away from Arretium. Oh well, never mind.
Ships ready. Prepare to engage.
Let's kill off these navies because we can.
Attack. Victory.
And let's retrain these ships while we've still got the opportunity to. There we go. Okay. So Arretium is unhappy. That's okay. We're being sieged here by Servius Mela, or Mela. He's got his siege equipment ready, so he's going to be sieging us next turn. We've got a whole bunch of peasants right here. but there's not a lot we can do. We can only turn down the tax rate, keep them happy. But we're going to lose that Segesca next turn. He's got a pre-Marian army, so it's not overly threatening, but it's far more threatening than no army at all. So let's retrain these guys. I don't particularly want these Illyrians anymore. Let's get rid of them. We're going to make a combined army up here, aren't we? So we've got 3 phalanx pikemen already. That's good. So we're actually building 7? No, we'll have 8 of them, please. 8 phalanx pikemen. We've got loads and loads of archers here. Abreast Ballas, he was coming down. In fact, I'm going to keep him with this army as we march down. But what we're going to do, build a whole bunch of peasants right here. And the rest of these guys, with the exception of the peasants, are going to... Oh, should we take out this guy? Yeah, you may as well. Let's take him out. Just auto-resolve that, because he had no chance. Yay, victory, great. Okay, so they can't do anything right now, but then we'll move them into Prolysium and retrain these guys. We lost a Bastani there, which is annoying. Barbarian mercenaries and Illyrian mercenaries, nah. Okay, we don't really want these levy pikemen either, but I'll deal with them when we get there. Building a whole bunch of peasants here, aren't we? Yep, that's fine. Okay, so... Is that guy still on the ship? He is. Huh. They've got a lot of ships around here. Don't know what kind of ship that is. Got a Brutii spy right there. Gnaeus Caracalla. Or something like that.
My lord?
Something of that ilk. And let's get over here to Byzantium. There's nothing in the way of us getting to Byzantium. So we will siege them next turn. I'm going to quickly check for any more guys down here, and there aren't any. Okay. Frankly, I would just like to get rid of these peasants. I could. I don't really need them. Yeah, let's get rid of these peasants. And we'll turn down the tax rate. Yeah, it does make the tax a little bit less, but I think losing 4 units of 4 units of peasants should make up for that. So you've got 7 units of Rhodian slingers there, which is frankly brutal. We haven't got any better workshops or blacksmiths, so we can't improve that anymore. We're going to attack down here. This guy, what's the 20 to 3? We're not even going to, no, we're just going to kill him. We get any experience. Yep, Silver Shield Pikeman's got some experience, and they retrained one of the 2 guys they lost. So we actually only lost 2 guys in that, which is good. And we can just retrain them immediately. We didn't lose any archers, so that's absolutely fine. What kind of troops can we get here? Nothing especially interesting. Perhaps I should get a couple of units of Libyan mercenaries to sort of shield the front. Yeah, let's do that. Let's have some Libyan mercenaries. Why not? Also means he gets mercenary commander, or mercenary captain rather, which is nice. That guy's still alive. Why did you let him live? Ah. Whatever, he can't do anything useful back there. Right, let's march on towards whatever this town was called again. I'd really like to put up another watchtower in this area, but we can't. Yeah, Triarii, War Dogs, Incendiary Pigs. Yeah, some peasants could take them out easily, so they're not a threat anymore. Even at full strength, they're not a threat, so I'm not going to bother about them. Ratium's unhappy, nothing we can do about it. That's fine. This army in the north is being retrained. Okay, that's everything we can do. Let's end turn again. We're still moving that ship around to pick up that guy. Abreast Ballas, our next... hold on. What happened there? The Senate took it. The Senate is rather overstepping its bounds right here. Okay, so there was rioting in Arretium, and then the Roman Senate took it over. The Roman Senate is really taking the piss right now. If they take Arretium too, they're just going to have all of Italy, which is nuts. I mean, I don't really mind too much, to be honest, because I could just march through Italy later on, but... Right, settlement was bribed by the Senates. Okay, the Senates? The Senate. Okay, small profits. Bostra has grown. We'll invest in there. That's fine. There's another town that's grown. It is Campus Alani. We'll invest in them as well. We can't build any more troops, so we'll just lower the tax rate, make them happy. We got a new family member, Danny, who is female and has those strange accents above the E. And a whole bunch of guys have got some more retinue, which I don't really care about. Parmenion has got loads of retinue. He's 18, fond of ribald rhymes. This man's poetic education produces rhymes and quips that enliven his conversation and show a ready wit and keen intelligence. Fair enough, if you say so. Let's retrain some of his peasants. So yeah, this guy, good manager, but yeah, he's got mildly extravagant now, so -1 management, so that's not great. But hopefully he will improve a bit more than he started off with. Yeah, he's got a doctor as well, which is nice. Increases the chance of having children, improves chances of casualties recovering from their wounds. So yeah, he's likely to have several children, and I think, is he... No, he doesn't have prolific, which is basically means he'll have lots of children. But with Doctor there, he will have a slightly higher chance of having children. As he's staying as a manager, he'll likely have several children. So it's war between the Senate and the Britons. I don't know why they're going to war with the Britons. They're all the way down here, and the Britons are all the way up here, and they're never going to meet in battle. So what's the point? Really? What is the point? Anyway, we have ships down here. We've got some Brutii in the way, so we'll get rid of them. And where are we going from here? I think if we come down this way, we take... Actually, let's come over here. Kill them. And yeah, we'll siege, or rather we'll blockade Salona, and we'll bring this army down here, down this way, take Salona and work our way up again. And we'll take the ship from Salona's port across to Arminium, or wherever it is that this guy's army happens to be at the time, and take it from him. Down here in the south we've got Nero Corbulo. And a whole bunch of other... Oh, we've got faction heir right here. You've got the Brutii faction heir, and that leads me to believe that somewhere here is the faction leader. I don't know who that is. There's at least 4 family members in this this group. We've got a legionary cohort here. Yeah, this is a mostly, from what I can see, post-Marian army now. So this is going to be a lot more challenging. This is a legionary cohort here, who are good. They are very, very good. They're not as good as Praetorians, but they're up there, definitely up there. So let's go here, and we're going to fight this guy. But I think this episode's been going on long enough, so I'm going to call it the end there, with Abronicus of Pisidium about to face off with Nero Corbulo, and Lentulus Navius, and Servius Pennus, and one hidden what's that, Scipii family member. And this of course is the faction heir here, so I would not be surprised if this was the faction leader, but we'll see. This guy is in command, so obviously this guy, he's far more of a manager, so really he shouldn't be in the field, but oh well, never mind. We're going to take him on next time, so come back for that in episode 68. Yeah, 68. So see you then. Okay, like so, pretty much. Right there, okay. Now the levy pikemen are going to be the first troops in. We'll take them out of phalanx formation and we'll put them into square. Put them there. and these two pike phalanxes are going to go behind them. They're going to be the reserve troop, which we shouldn't need, but we may. Put the general here. 2 units of Bastani mercenaries. We'll put them over on the flank as well. I don't want to use them unless necessary. Heavy cav will go over here, and these two, they can go up here as a sort of a leading force. So let's start the battle and go straight in to attack here. Now, what have they got? So they've got some folksmen, archers, peltasts, great cav, general stuff. I could have sworn they had more than that. They've got a unit of phalanx pikemen up there. I could have sworn there was more than that, but okay, that's fine. We're going to move these guys forward, making sure to keep them out of range of their towers. We're going to run them forward and start shooting. That's the plan. We'll also move the phalanxes forward, and these mercenaries as well. I'm going to leave the rest behind for now, because I don't think we'll actually need it. Right, we've got 1 unit of archers who are in range. In fact, let's move them further forward, because I think we could have a lot more shooting here. Right, we're actually shooting their archers there, which is a good thing, I suppose. Right. And they're still idle, so they're not actually shooting. And it looks like they're coming out. No, they're not coming out. Right, okay, fine. Right, so we're now shooting their archers, which is good. Hey there, welcome to episode 67 of Let's Play Rome Total War as the Seleucid Empire, and we just took the Thracian capital again. This city right here, and it was ended by both generals stabbing the last phalanx pikemen to death in the middle of the town square, so that was a fairly poignant moment. So now what we're doing is we're building them a new army. We're building both these generals a new phalanx pikeman army, whereas they had levy pikemen before, so it'll be a much better army. And over here we've got another guy here, Demetrius the infantryman, who is sieging this Camp Lazyguess right here, and he actually has a half decent army to be able to do this with. And there's very little in the way of defenders here, really, basically in comparison with this, where we had a full stack army that we beat with a much, much worse army than this guy has. So we're all happy up here. We're also being sieged down here in Segestica by a pre-Marian Roman army by the looks of it, but there's no way that Segestica is going to be saved in any fashion. So I'm not quite sure what to do about that. In fact, I may just destroy a whole bunch of the stuff here, because we're not going to take that back for a little while yet. No, I'm not going to bother. Basically, these islands here, especially this one, when you start and you have control of this, I think as Spain, I think it's either Spain or Carthage. Actually, I think it might be Carthage. Basically, the Scipii Romans will come over and take these over straight away. Now, the way to stop them being so sudden in coming and taking these is you just destroy everything inside the town. The only thing that you leave is the governor's villa, because you can't destroy that, it won't let you. But if you destroy everything else, it has little to no interesting. I'm interested to see how this is going to end up. So I'm also going to start building peasants here, because we need peasants. But we're retraining that guy. We'll have a unit of peasants next time to take control of the city while we move out, and that will be good. So what we're going to do now is we're going to siege Camp Lazyguess, and we have a 4-to-1 strength advantage. We have 1640 men against 391, and this guy will die when he loses. And this will also be the last of the Thracian faction. This is their last city or province or area of control. So once this battle is over and we are victorious, we will have completely wiped out the Thracian faction, which I really didn't want to do, but...
Now, lads, time to be about our business. Pull your armor on, shoulder your shields, and mark all commands. Our foes are gathered.
They are indeed. Right. So, yeah, we have battering rams. I think going in over here is the best way, because we don't get shot by that tower. And they're all going to be like sitting at the top of this hill, I imagine. So what we're going to do, we're going to have these peasants are going to push the battering ram for us. We're going to put them in loose formation. Are we not going to put them in loose formation? Yeah, we are going to put them in loose formation. Because these guys have all got rams and they're in the way. So, there we go. Right, so that's going to go take out that wall there. Now then, archers. I want the archers in loose formation and here. There we go. Value to the Romans. So they think, do we really want to take it? And usually they decide no. So that's a good strategy to keep those island nations when you can't really afford to buy any defences for them. So we're just going to kill off some of these ships here, just get a bit more experience. Like so. There we go, they're dead. And let's go and blockade Rome again. They still own all of Lower Italy, which is frankly amazing. So, right, we've finished retraining right here. Now I'm going to put that right there. Actually, no, we haven't. We've got one more guy to retrain. Alright, well, we've got one turn left to go. So, in fact, that's this guy right here. So I'm guessing he is getting... he's going to get some silver weapon defense upgrades. We can't get anything better than that right now, so that's fine. Okay, we'll turn the tax rate up though, because we can adjust. And yeah, he's got a full army right here, and they're frankly amazing. Just a shame that he's not up to the task, but oh well. So I think what we'll do with this army is we'll first take Arretium, and then we could either move south and take these cities back from the Romans, from the Roman Senate, or we could move upwards and try and wipe out everything except for the Roman Senate and just leave the Senate as the last enemy. Actually, I think that's what we'll do. We'll leave the Senate with control of these four, and we'll just wipe out the rest of the Romans, and then we'll see what kind of army the Senate will raise against us. Because I have never had this situation where the Senate has so much power. So this is going to be
They must batter a way through.
So they're actually moving their archers out of missile range, which is interesting, considering they're archers. They should be attacking with them. But no, they're just going to let me shoot them as they try and run away. Fruitlessly, obviously. So really they want us to come through the gates, but they're going to make us actually knock down the wall in order to do that. It's going to take a while to do it though, so what we're going to do is we're going to keep pushing forward with these archers. And we're going to try and kill as many as humanly possible. Now then, I'm also going to bring these guys right up to the front here, because they'll be going straight through the walls as soon as they come down. The phalanx are going to go behind the archers there. And the archers actually aren't in range of anything. These guys are too close to the wall for us to shoot with the archers. So they're going to stay there. Hold on, was that a guy with a... It was. A guy with a curved headdress. It's actually a really cool looking helmet. I like that. I wouldn't mind having one of those myself. But back here we've got the bulk of their army. What's left of it. Some 4 Greek cav. We've got just over half a unit of archers. General's bodyguard right here, who are really the only serious threat. An upgraded unit of Volksmen, who actually aren't bad looking. Militia cav and some militia hoplites in their town square though. They have a single unit of phalanx pikemen, and they look to be a complete unit. They're a good square, so I think that's a complete unit. I mean, over here these archers have come to try and fight again, but instead they've just been completely massacred. Because they're not stopping to fire, they're just literally getting shot.